Hi, this is Dr. Christina Cook, and I am coming to you guys from Salzburg, Austria. I have had a busy month. I was in Mexico City, and I was able to work with a number of doctors and scientists and people and distributors and really talk about the International Seed Nutrition Society and RAIN and the products. It was amazing, and I want to thank everyone from Mexico for that opportunity. It was just a blessing to be around everyone. And then I got to go home for spring break from my kids to watercolor. I had a great time with Merritt and Kreider. I missed my other two sons, Preston and Duquesne, but I really had an amazing week. And then I was able to fly through Amsterdam to get to Ukraine. And I spent such a great time in Ukraine. I got to meet with a lot of people, spend time with friends and with doctors and distributors and scientists and healthcare professionals and RAIN and the International Seed Nutrition Society. And it was just a great opportunity. We talked a lot about the human body and about how our bodies are a city or our bodies are a house and that each of our bodies are so different. And I'm going to talk a little bit more about that later. And then I went through Munich, Germany, and now I'm in Austria, in Salzburg, where Mozart was born. And so that's very interesting. And I really loved being in Germany because my grandfather, Rom, comes from Germany. And so I thought a lot about him. He was such a great example for me in my life. So it was neat to go to where his family's from. And then to come to Austria, where I thought a lot about my mother because my mother's a concert pianist and cellist, and Mozart is from Salzburg, Austria. What's really struck me is how amazing people are along the way and how dedicated they are to seed nutrition and to RAIN and to all the different things that we're doing in the International Seed Nutrition Society, where I'm the chairman, as well as, one of the things that I do is I'm over the products at RAIN and the science. So it's really been a great experience to be able to talk to people and be around people that are dedicated to the same things I am. I don't take things for granted in life. I feel like in my life, I've been exposed to a lot of different things, and life is short. Life is amazing, but changes happen all the time. So it's just a blessing to be able to have the opportunity to share times with people from all over the world that do care about health and wellness, and they do care about making our lives a better place. So many times in life, we get sick, things happen that are bad, we're exposed to stress, we're exposed to just daily things that are hard. That's tough. So to be able to come together to talk about good things, about prevention and wellness and how to take products into our body that will help us is a great. I talk about this a lot when I meet at hospitals or with doctors or with distributors and people in the field about how everybody's body's different and every city's different. And so just to relate that back to what I've been doing this last month, everybody, every country's different. And so that helps explain why one person reacts differently to a product than another person. It's really neat because these products that I've worked on at RAIN are for people to take into their body and really protect them. And I explained this briefly when I was talking on some videos today. I've actually been doing videos all throughout the day for Eastern Europe and Europe. And I explained that, when you go to bed at night, you lock the door. And you're protecting your family. You're protecting your family. You're protecting your possessions. And inside of our bodies, we've got organs. We've got cells. And again, every place is different. Everybody's body's different. Like every house is different. And again, like every city or country is different. But you got to protect it, right? No matter where you're from or where you are at or what kind of body you have. So one of the things that I love about the RAIN products is that's what they were designed to do. They were designed to go in and really protect the body against inflammation, to protect the cells, and really try to fight off things. We don't make claims. And I say this a lot, and I know I frustrate people. They're like, Christina, you already said that you don't make claims and the company doesn't make claims. And I know that. But it's very important that I tell people that because I want them to know we don't know for sure what happens, but we do know to your bodies when you take these different products. But we do know, for example, that we did do third-party assay testing on our products. And we also know that we have survey results and some research results now on our products. So we do know the products were made with ingredients that were meant to go in and really help the body function in an optimal and support things and get rid of things like inflammation. So while protect the body against inflammation. So while we lock our doors and we find that natural to do that, we find it natural that we're going to protect our houses and protect what's in our house and the children that we have in our house. But we don't often think about the fact that we've got to protect our own bodies. And that's what's so great about the products. When you see that Sol had third-party assay testing that shows that it fought off inflammation at about 33% with Sol, where if you weren't on Sol, your body has, is exposed to inflammation at 33% higher. That's important to know, because it's, in life, there's some things that we can't control. Actually, there's a lot of things we can't control, but there's some things that we can. And it's really important to take those things that we can and make sure that we are helping ourselves and helping others to understand those things and to try to be taking those things and doing those things that makes our lives better. So when people ask me, well, with Sol, how often do you take it, or do you take it every day? It's kind of like I relate this back to, well, when I go to sleep at night in a hotel, when I'm somewhere, I know there's different things around me that I don't really know about and that I can't control. So absolutely, I lock that door. And yes, I take Sol when I travel. Yes, I take Sol when I'm at home, because I want to protect the cells in my body. I want to protect the organs in my body. I talk about this sometimes, that I've had the great opportunity to be able to take classes and spend time at Harvard. And we just did a class where we were talking about basically 3D printing of organs and different things in the body where you can replicate organs. That was one of our things this week. And that's something that I want to talk to you guys about, because one of the questions that I had when I was in Ukraine is about different organs and what you can do. And our organs, when they're exposed to inflammation and disease and autoimmune disorders, they break down. That's why sometimes people have to have a kidney replacement, or they have to have different organs where they have to be on dialysis, for example. There's just lots of different things that can go wrong. And to be able to take products that we know are supporting our body and helping us try to fight off those things and protect the organs is very important. Because while technology is progressing, for example, you've got chip technology, which can recreate and control organs in the body. Another thing that I've had the luxury and been very blessed to be able to study. And then you have the 3D printing, which can duplicate and create different organs in different parts of the body. That's very, very expensive, and it's very problematic because the body can still reject it. So the thing to do is to be given and what you have. It's very, very important. And that's what I love, again, about Rain's products. They're made to really be taken by people to support wellness and prevention in their body, so that they can fight off those bad things. And they're made so that the body can really try to function in optimal. And that's, I think, why it's kind of hard when people ask me which products to take. I always have probably a different answer. And I was thinking the other day, I thought, I hope people don't think that I'm lying or that I'm changing my answer, but it kind of depends on what I've been exposed to that day. When you guys ask me what the most important product is, they're all very important. Form's important because it provides a vegan protein that helps support your body. Protein's needed to fight things. It's needed so that you can control fat and your metabolism and hormones, and just to have the body function. And it's really great because Form is made from a vegan protein instead of whey. It's made from pea protein, which is really, really important, in my opinion, because there's some things that can happen with the whey protein. And they both do have the BCAA, which is the branched chain amino acids, which help with the lean muscle mass in your body. And I think especially as I age, that's important. So people ask me, who was Form made for? Is it just for athletes, or is it just for certain ages? And my answer is no. It's a protein that's made if you want to make sure that you're getting that throughout the day, because you have to have protein, or you need to have protein in order for your body really to be able to function in the right way. So that sometimes on some days that's my favorite product, because on the days that I don't have time to actually and can't when I travel get the right proteins, I'm able to take that. Pure is important because it's able to add the good bacteria into the GI and into the stomach that then, as you guys know, communicates with the rest of the body. And you need that to be to be good. Your GI needs to be healthy. People that have GI issues suffer from more depression. They have more issues. It's really important because there's neurotransmitters in the stomach that then talk to the brain. You guys probably know people that have GI issues. A lot of times will have heart issues. So it's all connected. And when you take Pure, it gives your body a chance to put the good bacteria to fight the bad bacteria in your stomach, so the rest of your body can operate hopefully at an optimal. And also, I don't think I point out enough is that when you have that, when you take products that are good for you, it helps the body work even better and helps those products work better. So Pure is very important to me, because I know when I'm taking that also that a lot of the research and studies show that if you're on a prebiotic or probiotic, you can lose an average of 2 to 5 pounds compared to if you weren't on it. So of course I like that. I need to lose 2 to 5 pounds right now. So I wish I could make it work like that. But then I know that it's helping my body really be able to process things and work better. And then of course, I love the Red Sol, because I was very excited about the Brunswick report, which showed that it had a 79.9% ability to make the cells age slower when they looked at it in the third-party assay. And of course, I love that. I was joking downstairs before I came back up here to do this that maybe I need to rub it all over my face so that I can really see if my face is doing 80% better. I was joking with some people downstairs saying that, but that's not the only reason I love Red Sol. I love Red Sol because it has the red raspberry, which in studies show, and some of the research, that red raspberry has the ketones that are really helpful, just like ketosis, at burning fat and speeding up metabolism. So I love that. And I love the fact that we added more black cumin seed oil so that it could work really into the system and fight off inflammation and fight off things that hopefully are bad, fight off things that are bad for the body. We can't claim that we definitely do that, because bodies are under attack. We all have things that happen to us, but we want to give our body the ammunition and the things that it needs to really fight that off, whether we're trying to fight off aging or autoimmune disorders or epigenetics or viruses or bacteria or parasites. We want to give our body what it needs. And that doesn't discount the Sol, because Sol has the black cumin seed oil and powder, and it has the black raspberry, D-ribose, and white Chardonnay, which is extremely effective fighting off inflammation, as I discussed earlier. So it's really important, that product as well, and I take that on a daily basis. Core is more of a cleanse and a detox. To talk of a cleanse, because it has the different algae and different greens that are really helpful to the body, to eliminate some things, and also to supplement the body again, so that the body has a better chance with wellness and in prevention of disease. And that's our hope when we give these products to people. I love the fact that they're nutraceuticals, that we don't make claims, but that we produce products which are really for overall health, regardless of your age. Some of the products, and I've mentioned this before, depending on the child and depending on who it is, we don't recommend till after the age of 2. Some of the products are fine as soon as the child is able to eat, but you have to remember these products have more than one ingredient. So when you feed children food, you always usually start after they breastfeed with one item, and then you go to the next. So you have to remember that, and you want to start really small, and you want to make sure that, of course, you feel safe about that, and the doctor, if these products are with children. I always really want to be careful. I want to make sure people know they know their children the best, and they need to make sure that whatever they give them, that it's healthy. My son Kreider, he had an anaphylactic reaction to peanuts, and it was so scary. He was 2 years old, and it was shellfish and peanuts. And we gave him those on the same day, and he immediately broke out in hives, which the ingredients we put, for example, in Sol are not usually ingredients that occurs with, but Kreider actually stopped breathing, and it was very traumatic. And we had not introduced that until the age of 2 because the doctor had recommended that we wait until 2 to introduce those types of foods. A lot of the ingredients that are in our products, especially like with Sol and Red Sol, are not things that doctors really worry about. However, I still think it's very important that everybody make sure that it is safe for their kids, because everybody's bodies are different, like we say, and different children have autoimmune disorders and different things that go on. So you just want to make sure that you're paying attention when you give any child anything new, whether it's chocolate or a new kind of milk or whatever. You just want to pay attention to what's going on with the kids. But again, going back to this, I love the fact that we did make these products that we wanted to be used for all ages, so that people that were younger and people that were older could really support their bodies. You can never make a claim that products work for everyone or that it fixes things, but you can say that they're meant to support the body as it fights different things and really help the body function as good as it can. It's just like water. You have to have water, and the water is meant to really protect and really hydrate the body. And I think of our products like that. They're not water, obviously, but they're made of things, made of seeds and seed nutrition, which are really there to support people in everyday living. And you guys have probably heard me talk about that. I get so many questions on weight loss, and you heard me talk about Pure. You heard me talk about Red Sol. You heard me talk about Core. Now I'm going to talk about Bend. Bend does have ingredients that are known, like turmeric curcumin, to really help some people lose weight. But that's not why we made the product. We made the product because we wanted a product that would really help with the joints and the ligaments and hopefully fight off inflammation. So we used a vegan type of glucosamine, and then we used a very strong type of turmeric curcumin that would really help the body with those things. Well, also, there happens to be research that shows some of those ingredients help with the metabolism and weight loss and hormone control and different autoimmune things they've been known to support. That's not why we produced it. However, if that's a side effect, it's a good side effect. And I'm very excited because I'm used to working on products where we have all these benefits and then we have the side effect list. So it's great to work with nutritional products that don't have this long list of things that are side effects, even though there can be things like milk thistle that you don't want to take with certain prescription drugs. And you have to always be careful. You have to pay attention to your body and listen. We did make these products, though, to be used with a large population for different ages so that people could have the best quality and quantity of life, and is our hope and desire, so that we really are able to serve and benefit people. And that's what I think I love, going to these different places, seeing the case studies, seeing the doctors tell me about the research and the studies and what their patients are seeing, and then seeing the distributors who have these products out for customers and how they're helping people. It's just really, really neat. And I that the people area, and then someone else will say, well, Sol helped me in this area. And that's, again, because their bodies are different. I think that if you had to ask me today what my favorite product was or is, today it would be Red Sol, because I needed energy. I felt like my skin was not looking good because I've been traveling so much, it's dry. I want to speed up my metabolism because I'm eating too much while I'm traveling. And that's something that right now is definitely on my radar, because I know it's helping, in my mind, it's helping me as I go through all these planes and all the different travel. It helps, I know, me feel like I'm putting the right things in my body, but I do take all of them. And I think it's important, whether it's Form or Bend or Pure or Sol or Red Sol, it's important to understand the impact it can make, and then to feel like you're giving your body what it deserves. I've said this, and you guys have heard me. Your body is the most important house you'll have. You may move from place to place or travel, but you take this with you wherever you go. So I find comfort in that. And I also find comfort in my children taking products like this when I'm not there. So I can't wait to see everyone in Salzburg and then later in April in Las Vegas. And I just want to thank everyone for tuning in. I want to apologize to Elise for this being a little bit late and to the rest of you. But I wanted to get this out so I could say hi from Salzburg, Austria. Thank you so much. I hope everyone has a good evening.